a year ago, I was in this room as a sub, and if anyone had ever said that I was going to do this, I would have said, there's no way. And here I am. It's been a great year. So I've never done this before, so I'm just going to start clicking down, and we'll... It's out of order, but that's okay, so maybe this is a good thing. That's me at 5 years old, and that was my very first job. I started right at the bottom as a pooper scooper. So I'm not sure if this is going to continue in what order. So, okay, well, that's me at 9. I'm the youngest of 5, and I wanted to do everything my brother did. And he started archery, and I went along. I was looking at all the animals, at the archery range, and next thing I know, I'm shooting archery too. But my biggest passion was figure skating. So I started roller skating when I was 3, and we couldn't really afford ice skating, so it's actually the same sport, but people just don't know about it. So I did this about 20-something years. I'm still a judge to this day for the sport, and I still skate, and Sergio proposed to me at the skating rink. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was very expensive. It was expensive, not as expensive as ice skating, but it's what I could afford. And that's us on our wedding day, last October 15th. And Joey did my hair, so I'm glad you can finally see that. We had a traditional church service. We thought that was really important to both of us. And that's my brother, and that was my maid of honor, Bev. So it was pretty simple, but it was really nice. So, and then he took me to his favorite city, Paris, which is now one of my favorite cities, and that was one of those lucky shots. It's a little dark, I'm not sure if you can really see it, but the Eiffel Tower. So this is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So I lived there for 10 years, and it's stunning in the summer. It's really pretty in the winter, but then sometimes it's really, really cold. So that's one of the reasons that I do live in Arizona. And of course, I work for Bluewater Grill. I think this is going to go a little bit out of order for some reason, so I'm just going to go with the pictures. I can go up.
It's going to go back to the left page.
Okay, so kind of go right here. So I started working in food and beverage when I was 16 so that I could pay for skating. That was the sole purpose. And I ended up working at that same restaurant for about 6 years, ended up being a bartender, and then I got stolen by a hotel, and then I kind of climbed the ladders there, and then I ended up not having time for skating because I was working so much. And then I took a left turn, married the wrong guy, went to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and we opened a granite and marble shop, and that was my life. That's all I did. I worked with designers, and we worked with a lot of home builders, and it was a very expensive company because if something broke, it was really expensive. Granite is expensive. So in 2009, we came down here, fast forward, divorce, everything, bad economy. I started over basically with nothing. So what do? Well, maybe you go back to food and beverage. So that's what I did. And I kind of climbed the ranks again. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I thought my life was over. And apparently, I'm at Bluewater Grill now, which is really an amazing job. They never had an event manager before. So Bluewater Grill has an interesting story. If you've heard of the Fish Market is a restaurant that is in the Bay Area, and it was started by a man named Fred Duckett, and he was a fisherman, and a really fun, family-oriented guy, did a lot of business in San Francisco, and he opened up these restaurants. Fresh Fish Market, wonderful restaurant, oyster bar, sushi bar. So anyway, I used to actually eat at this restaurant when I lived in the Bay Area. His son-in-law started the Bluewater Grill. The Bluewater Grill is emulated just like the Fish Market. He really loved the idea of it, and he was a businessman also. So he decided to start Bluewater Grill in Southern California, not to be in competition with his father-in-law. His father-in-law gave him some recipes like the clam chowder and Duckett's Bucket. So there is a connection, but they are separate. Also, Fish Market had opened here in Phoenix in the 80s, and that one didn't make it in 2009, like me, like a lot of us that were suffering in 2009. So Rick, the owner of Bluewater Grill, the son-in-law, he felt really badly that that place was going to close and people were going to lose their jobs. So he made it into a Bluewater Grill. He took on all the debts, and it was a 2-week turnover, and then they opened their doors again as Bluewater Grill. So we're the only Bluewater Grill, the one here in Phoenix, that has a fresh fish market. So it looks like a fish market, but it is Bluewater Grill. And we also are the only one that has a sushi bar. We have the oyster bar as well, but there's 3 rooms that used to be for other things when it's fish market, so now they needed someone to sell them for private events. And I wanted to say something else about that, but I'll just kind of show you some pictures. We have 9 locations. The headquarters is Newport Beach, and that boat up there, that's the Pilikia. The Pilikia means trouble in Hawaiian, and this is the family boat. It's a harpoon boat. So Fred Duckett it's actually the 3rd version of the family boat, but it started by Fred Duckett, and Rick ended up taking it over to the Bluewater Grill. That's a swordfish. We get our own swordfish and ahi tuna throughout the year. And I'll just keep going here. That's Rick up there with his partner, his business partner. There's our sushi. We're known for the Maine lobster roll. And that's the back of the Pilikia. That's one of the chefs from Redondo, Fresh Fish Markets. So these are just kind of just pictures of some of the things throughout the years. That's actually Lori. She's one of our sushi people in Phoenix. This is one of my private event rooms. We have 3 rooms. This one's named after Rick. So this is when I was setting up for a wine dinner. And then this is how it looks when I do like pharmaceutical dinners. So it's really interesting how it can change. This is upstairs, the top of the market, top of the grill. It used to be the top of the market. It's a fully functioning room with a bathroom, with an atrium, with a bar. There's an elevator. So it's really great. This is just another setup that I did for one of my business meetings. This is the great food that we have. This is a surf and turf. This was for one of my business dinners. And then some sushi, and some nice scallops right there. And then people shot right there. That's from a wine dinner. And then this is the Pilikia. I was fortunate to be able to go on the Pilikia this year and see how it works, and actually go for more of a pleasure cruise. But I did get to see how they harpoon the swordfish. I didn't want to bring that video today because it might be offensive to some people, so I keep it clean. That's my boss. Just a couple weeks ago, went on the Pilikia and they got a swordfish. So I'm missing some of my pictures, so I'm not really sure. That's okay. Well, so I probably have lots of time left, but maybe I'll scroll up to something and we'll talk about the rooms. Actually, we'll go like to what I do. Obviously, I'm always saying I'm the event manager, so let's talk about what an event really is. There's reservations where you come to eat in the restaurant, and you might be a party of 10, a party of 4. An event usually is at least 15 to 20 people because you're getting a private room, and you may see a price on the menu for a certain item, but we do package pricing because you're getting amenities in the room, such as, linens and sometimes even flowers, just depends on what the package is. You're getting special servers, bartenders, it's a package. So a lot of people get that confused with, but it only costs this on the menu, but no, you're getting something that's not just coming in and eating. So it's a lot of fun to do these because everyone is different, and there's a lot that I can offer there. I've been there 9 months. I've been doing this for a total of like 17 years because I started in it, left for Granite, and then ended up back in food and beverage. So I guess that is it.